Hello everybody, welcome to the Shocked News. I'm your host, Flash Gamers, and welcome to this brand new series where I just talk about news and do absolutely nothing. I don't know if you already know, but I am very big on finding out things before they come out. So, for example, if there's theories on the next Star Wars movie, I always love to see those theories and come up with my own little sort of mind of like what I am hoping or expecting for the next film. I like looking at news and stuff for films, gaming, TV shows, you name it. So I decided to start this series for the channel. I hope you guys enjoy it because I have big plans for it. I hope it's going to be a little less complicated than I think it'll be because there won't be news every weekend, I don't think. I mean, I'm talking about I don't even know, like good there's a couple good things. So I will also be actually having another host soon. It is in the works. I'm going to find a second host for this news station where he and I or she and I will be discussing news and talking about our thoughts and all that. And there will also be a segment at the very beginning, which I will get into in just a moment, just like what I call flash news, which is just going to be news about the channel, if there's any announcements or anything, but most of the time there won't be. So yeah, let's get right into it. So as far as flash news goes, there's actually no news to be reported. Streams are going well, upload schedules complete garbage, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still rolling. We got this new series, the Shocked News, and it's going well. So Marvel and Avengers 4. So there was recently a someone I found on Twitter. His name is Jeremy Conrad, and he's found at Monabyte on Twitter. He reports that there have been rumors for the name of the next Avengers movie, which is Avengers 4. And if you saw, especially on Jimmy Fallon, he had Mark Ruffalo on set, and he was joking around with Mark Ruffalo, and he's always the person to spoil the movies and stuff like that, like he did with Infinity War. But so he came on and he blurred out the words that Mark Ruffalo was saying. So no one really knows, but people are actually guessing that he said annihilation.
I've been sort of put under surveillance by Marvel.
Marvel, yeah, they don't want you talking about anything.
They got a lot of reach in the world, and
that's correct.
And I've learned my lesson.
All right. Well, I mean, can you give us any hint of anything? I don't want to get you in trouble with the studio or Marvel, but I mean, maybe could you even just do we know the title? Do we know the title? Could you?
All right, I think I could probably tell you that.
Really?
I think it's out there already. The title of the next Avengers movie is... That's out there, right?
I can't believe that you just told us. That's the biggest spoiler ever.
That's out there.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
I swear that's out there.
No, all right.
It's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
If you saw the Russo brothers, they posted a picture on Instagram of two easels that are standing up side by side next to one of the Russo brothers, and they're actually both creating the letter A's. So obviously this means it has to be Avengers something, but the first letter has to be an A. So people think it's Avengers Annihilation, and that's my bet. I am placing my bet on Avengers Annihilation, especially since there actually is a comic called Annihilation, I believe. I'm not so sure about that, but another reason I think that it might be Annihilation is because I realized that in Avengers Age of Ultron, there's actually a scene where the Avengers, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver are all speaking to Vision, and Scarlet Witch, she says this.
I'm not Jarvis, I'm I am.
I looked in your head and saw annihilation.
So it could be, you know, just because they added that in the script for Age of Ultron might not mean it could be the name of an Avengers film, but you know, it might be something, right? Jeremy also believes that this is because people have been saying that it should be other things like Endgame, Eternity, Assemble, all these things, and he actually came out and said, from what he's gathered, that it is, quote, a single word subtitle. And personally, Annihilation sounds great to me. Like, that sounds like a really good name for the next Avengers movie. So I'm definitely placing my bet on that. As far as The Walking Dead goes, Season 9 premieres tonight. Let's go. It is going to be premiered 9/8 Central on AMC. This will be featuring the aftermath of Rick and Negan's brawl at the end of Season 8, if you remember that, if you watch it. And it's also Andrew Lincoln's last season on The Walking Dead TV show, which is very sad. And there have been a lot of things recently talking about how actually this will be probably the best season they've ever had, which I find interesting. And now I'm really intrigued, so I'm going to watch. I don't know about you, but I'm going to watch that tonight. And it's featuring all of the same characters from the last season. And there was an update that I just saw like 20 minutes ago, actually, which came from yesterday. And according to IGN, old characters from the start of the show will also be coming back onto the show, including John Bernthal's character, Shane, Scott Wilson's character, Herschel, and Sonequa Martin Green's character, Sasha. But sadly, I don't know how this is gonna work, but there was an update again. Scott Wilson sadly passed away last night at the age of 76, which is just so sad. So I don't know how they're gonna pull off putting Herschel in this season, but hey, you never know what they can do. This season is also known to be called The New World, and this is what Carl was trying to get Rick to approach to when Carl wrote the letter to Rick. This was his way of saying that he needs to make peace with Negan so that then they could start off a new world and live better as a whole community.
I remember my 8th birthday at the KCC with that giant cake and Aunt Evie showing up on leave, surprising all of us. I remember Mom. I remember Codger. I remember school and going to the movies and Friday night pizza and cartoons and Grandma and Grandpa and church, those summer barbecues and the kiddie pool you got me. Could have used that at the prison. You told me about the walks we'd take when I was 3. You holding my hand around the neighborhood all the way to Ross's farm. I didn't know that I remembered them, but I do. Because I see the sun and the corn and that cow that walked up to the fence and looked me in the eye. And you told me about all that stuff, but it isn't just that stuff, it's how I felt. Holding your hand, I felt happy and special. I felt safe. I thought growing up was about getting a job and maybe a family, being an adult, but growing up is making yourself and the people you love safe. As safe as you can, because things happen. They happened before. You were shot before things went bad. Kind of felt like things went bad because you were shot. I want to make you feel safe, Dad. I want you to feel just like I felt when you held my hand. Just to feel that way for 5 minutes. I'd give anything to make you feel that way now. I wanted to kill Negan. I wish I did. Maybe it would have been done. I don't think it's done now. He went out there again, but I don't think they surrendered. I don't think they will surrender. There are workers in there, Dad. They're just regular people. Old people, young people, families. You don't want them to die, Dad. We're so close to starting everything over, and we have friends now. It's that bigger world Jesus talked about. The kingdom, the hilltop, there's gotta be more places. More people out there, a chance for everything to change and keep changing. Everyone giving everyone the opportunity to have a life. A real life. So if they won't end it, you have to. You have to give them a way out. You have to find peace with Negan. Find a way forward somehow. We don't have to forget what happened, but you can make it so that it won't happen again. That nobody has to live this way. That every life is worth something. Start everything over. Show everyone that they can be safe again without killing. That it can feel safe again. That it can go back to being birthdays and school and jobs and even Friday night pizza somehow. And walks with a dad and a 3-year-old holding hands. Make that come back, Dad. And go on those walks with Judith. She'll remember them. I love you, Carl.
And it actually, if you know what happens, spoiler warning. I'll give you, a good 10 seconds to, or 5 seconds to skip to the next part. It was actually successful. Negan and Rick, like I said, they had their brawl and now they're back. So it looks like Star Wars Battlefront 2 is finally making its heavy return with this new roadmap that Ben Walk, who is the global community lead for all things about EA Star Wars. The roadmap also gives off a lot of important details about the upcoming months of October, November, I don't know why not December, but also January and February. So we will be getting content in those 4 months. I don't know about December. December's not listed, but we'll just have to see then. October, which is this month, features General Grievous, who will be arriving on October 30th. And also this month comes out a lot of new fun events. Like this weekend, for example, was the Heroes Unleashed event. Every hero in Galactic Assault are 75% off on their battle point pricings. And there will even be a Halloween event, which is soon to kick off later this month as well. More details on that in the coming weeks. But this Heroes Unleashed event is actually on its last day, today, October 7th. So, if you haven't played it already, go play it. You got, it's, for me right now, it's 3:16 p.m. So if you haven't played it yet, I recommend you do it. I did it for a stream. This is actually, this gameplay you see here is actually me playing it. So it's a lot of fun, actually. Chaos, though. There was lots of Star Wars news in these past couple weeks. Yet Star Wars Resistance is actually also premiering tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern PT on Disney Channel. So, right after you watch The Walking Dead, you can watch Star Wars Resistance, because I'm pretty sure that's what everyone's really gonna do. The Star Wars live-action series that was announced a very long time ago, that was supposed to be on the Disney streaming service coming soon, which is also being directed by John Favreau. You know what? You can look at it here. It's that guy. It also has a name. Like, they just announced the name, and even the main premise of what the series is going to be about was also released. So it's called The Mandalorian. It's going to take place after the fall of the Empire, but right before the rise of the First Order. And the new character looks so dope. Like, look at him. He's so different from Boba Fett and Jango Fett and all the Mandalorians. Like, he looks so awesome. So yeah, that was your news report for the 7th of October. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you want more, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!